Good morning and welcome to Craig Assembly of God Church. My name is Alex and we are so glad that each and every one of you are here this morning. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and so to all of you who have served or are serving in the United States Armed Forces, we are so thankful to you and for you, and we want you to know that you are very honored in this house today. Thank you so much for being here. We have a few announcements and they begin right now. If this is your first time attending Craig Assembly of God Church, we are so honored that you're here, and we would love to get to know you better. We can do that through the Connect card at the end of your bulletin. Once you finish filling it out, please place it in the basket on the welcome table in the lobby. And if you'd like to get to know us better, please check out the welcome pamphlet on the seat in front of you for a little bit more information. Or you can check out our website, craigassemblyofgodchurch.business.site. And if you have any questions that need to be asked, please don't hesitate to find one of our leaders or greeters, and they would be happy to answer your questions. This being Memorial Day weekend, we would again like to express our gratitude and our honor to all those who have served or are serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. We know that for many, serving in this capacity for our country can be very traumatic and cause many to bring home a lot of baggage from the field. But we know that our God is bigger than any trauma or any baggage that they can bring. Here's a quick testimony of someone who has been healed from PTSD.
I'm Robin, this is Phyllis Primrose, and we just wanted to talk a little bit about PTSD. PTSD is a disorder that causes people to go into survival mode on a continual basis. Oftentimes people in the military come back from combat with it because as military, you are taught to kill. That's all you know. And you're usually released without any training to go back into civilian life.
We have been married for almost 29 years, and for over 20 of those years, my husband was suffering with PTSD, and we did not know it. I married a man I thought was Prince Charming. He loved God with all of his heart. A couple of years into our marriage, he was deployed to Desert Storm, and when he came home, he was totally different. And we knew he was different, but we didn't know how to label what was wrong with him. He would withdraw, he would have fits of rage, he would isolate, which are all symptoms of PTSD. And in 2010, there was a label to go with the disorder. And since then, God has been helping us to heal. And in 2015, December of 2015, I was able to take a trip with Trish Frost up to Pennsylvania, where I met Dr. Mike Hutchings, who ministers to PTSD victims. And he walked me through some prayers, some declarations, imparted them to me, and then told me to go home and share them with my husband.
From that time, there are things that have begun to absolutely change in me. I used to have terrible night sweats, just wake up soaked, and that's not been a problem since. God's really begun changing me literally from the inside out. PTSD affects every part of you, both physically and emotionally, but I think it also affects spiritually, in that you tend to block out the Father that wants to help you the most. With PTSD, you don't want to feel. You can't feel. If you feel, you're risking survival. And as a result, you block out anything with feeling. Well, you can't come to the Father that way. The Father has sacrificed so much. And when you begin to realize that His sacrifice is a sacrifice of love for somebody that He says is worthwhile, you can't look at that and not feel. I think the most important change in me is that I have opened the door to feelings again.
Next week is Mission Sunday, so here's a list of a few things that you won't want to forget. Make sure to bring your Buddy Barrel for our BGMC offering. If you need a Buddy Barrel, please see me or Tori and we can get you one before you leave today. Make sure to bring a little extra money to give to missions, and don't forget that we will be introducing our new Missionary of the Month. This is all happening next week. If you have any questions about the different missionaries or missions efforts that we support, please make sure to see this missions pamphlet at the missions wall in the back of the church. All right, everyone, it's time for tithes and offerings. And once again, thank you all for being so faithful in your giving every week. Let's make sure that as we give this morning, we give out of hearts that are generous and hearts that are full of worship to the Lord, and expectant to see what He's going to do through our giving this morning. After tithes and offerings, make sure to grab a coffee and a donut from the coffee bar in the back. Say hi to someone that you might not have met before. And kids, get ready to go down to Kingdom Kids with Miss or Leader Ross. Also, let's prepare our hearts to press in deeper to all that God has for this morning. Because as good as it's been so far, it's only going to get better. Let's also be challenged, motivated, and encouraged as Dave Longwell brings us the word this morning. Enjoy the rest of the service.